Hello everybody, I thought I'd talk a little bit about my knife collection today. It's summertime, I've got nothing else to do. I'm going to start off with some of my more modern knives and then get into the antiques and the collectible knives. And I've got a seriously jerry-rigged up tripod here, so I might have to do a little bit of adjusting. Alright, first knife I'm going to talk about is the Spyderco Dragonfly. This is the one with the H1 steel, the Salt, that is supposedly waterproof. I love this knife. I just sharpened it. It's kind of just my everyday carry knife that I go for. It's a little too expensive to throw in my tackle box, but I do like this knife a lot. Cool shape. Next, my Spyderco's. Oops. I've got the Manix 2 in this cool little military magazine sheath that I found. I've had this thing for years now. I love it. It's a really big overbuilt knife, burly, not too expensive. Out of all the Spydercos I've had, this one and the Dragonfly are the ones that I'm gonna keep and actually use. I just sharpened this up. This thing's real sharp right now. So that's a cool one too. Alright, what else? Here's a cool little, this is a snowboarding Victorinox Swiss Army knife. Pretty cool. Got your normal knife there. One of the things it has that's different is this Allen wrench type thing, where you can take this out and you can use it as an Allen wrench. You could actually take the whole thing off. You could use it as a screwdriver. I guess you could just use it like that. But that folds up like this. Just goes back down. The other things I like about this one is it has this little cool carabiner. It's a pretty sweet knife. Not sure where I got that. It's all complete. Pretty cool. My friend gave me this cool leather case for it. Alright, modern knives. Here, going along with the Victorian, actually, I'll do these. Alright, so here is a Ken Onion, I think it's the Leek. Not sure, but it's made in America, and this little thing is really cool. I've had this one for years too. Opens up real fast. I love the serration on it. Stays really sharp. Nice handle, starting to get beat up a little bit, but I would definitely get, this might be the Scallion actually, and they have the Leek, and the Leek's a little bit slimmer and longer. Might get that one. Here is another Assist opening knife. This is just a Gerber. I'm not really sure which one this is. My wife's uncle gave this to me a long time ago. It's in pretty good shape, and nice handles. It's got a cool little lock on the side here. You can lock it closed or shut. It opens up pretty quick. So those are newer. Alright, what else? Here's one of my favorite knives that I have. This is a Leatherman Juice Pro. They don't make this anymore. They make the Leatherman ES6. And the only difference between this and the ES6 is that they stopped including the tweezers right here. If you can see. These cool little tweezers are kind of really hidden in there. But they don't make that anymore. This thing is awesome. Definitely the best scissors of any small multi-tool I've ever seen. Super duper sharp, serrated ends. Big enough to get what you want done. This thing is, I got this second hand on eBay for like 40 bucks. and it was barely used, and it's super sharp. Everything on this thing is really high quality, snaps back into place. It's got a saw, it's got a bunch of different things. These pliers are really strong, really nicely made. Definitely recommend this. It's a little heavy to keep in your pocket, but with this is pretty nice. You can just keep that on your belt. So I keep this in my car. It's got everything. I always save the day with this thing. There's that. Here's one that I've had for a while. I made this sheath when I think I was in high school. This is just a kind of a cheap stiletto Milano. I've kept it open for years so that the spring stays nice and strong. I just wanted a stiletto, and this was a cheaper option, but it's actually pretty decent. Really springs out fast. Not that time. There we go. So that's cool. Alright, let's see what else. Modern knives. Here's a modern knife. This is a Bradley Cutlery. I forget exactly what the name is. The scalpel design. It's really nice, heavy aluminum handles. Just came in the box super sharp. I cut myself right away first time I opened it. I really do love this thing, and I believe I put a little spring in there. I jerry-rigged the spring so that it keeps the clasp out. So you actually have to close it, and then you can pop it open like that. And crap. I used to have the really expensive Benchmade. What was it? 51. I got one brand new. Had that forever. That was my favorite flipper, but I had to sell that just to get some money. This one's really nice. That was only like 70 or 80 bucks, and it's a really heavy duty butterfly knife. It's a great alternative to the really expensive ones. Made this sheath out of some leftover leather from a bag. Alright, newer knives. Here's just a cool little Kershaw money clasp. Still in the box. Found this in a bunch of stuff I got at a yard sale. It's pretty nice. Made in USA. Another modern knife. Here's just your regular K-bar, except I went ahead and took the black covering off of this. You can see this has been used and beat up a little bit, but I really like the bare metal. With the black, it makes it look like a toy to me. I don't know. I keep it oiled up enough, and I think it just looks so cool with the bare metal. So that's my K-bar, my personalized K-bar. It's a monster. I did that with like Goo Gone. Alright, what else here? This must be a newer Western. I know they don't really make Westerns anymore, I don't think. But just in all his stuff I was taking out of his house, my wife's grandfather, who's the man, gave me this one. It's like brand new. Had a bunch of crap on it. I cleaned it up. But I've had a lot of Westerns over time. This is definitely the most new one I've had. Pretty sharp. Cool little knife to take out in the woods or something. Not that I do. Sheath doesn't fit it very tightly. I've had a lot of Westerns, sold a lot of Westerns. This is the newest looking one I've ever had. So going with Westerns, take a look at this. This jagged looking guy. This thing was completely covered in black rust when I got it. And I cleaned it all up. This was years ago, and I sharpened it on an extreme angle, so it's like a freaking razor. This is the most gnarly looking knife should probably start carrying this around to intimidate people. Love that. That's one of the Westerns I've kept. I've sold a lot of them. One more Western. Here's a Western fillet knife. I bought an entire tackle box at a yard or a flea market for like $5, I think. It was a full tackle box. This bad boy was at the bottom. It's a beautiful knife. It's not full tang, which you don't really need it with a long thin knife like this. You're not like chopping through stuff, but Western, and I really like it. This is one I haven't sold. Because it's so nice, and I got it for like nothing. Cool sheath too. Western. All right. Let's see what else. Fillet knives. I have 3 sizes of these Finnish fillet knives. This one came in a tackle box I got too. It's got a guy's name on there. Or no, all of them have that. Never mind. It's a little beat up, but this little guy is what I usually go for filleting. It's like so nice. It's really sharp. It's a little beat up, but it's because I catch a lot of fish. And I got these 2 guys. I've got the medium size, which is keeping my tackle box too. This one was a used one too. Found that in a tackle box I bought. A little beat up. And this guy I barely used yet. I think I filleted some fluke with this, but it's brand new pretty much, and it is sharp. It's like scary sharp. J. Martini, Finland. Alright, what else? Here's a modern knife. I got that for like $5 at a yard sale. And if you collect knives, you know that out the front knives sell for a lot. I mean, really good ones do. This one is alright. It's a little bit loose, but it shoots out and shoots in real fast. So for $5, got a nice little window breaker there, glass breaker. That's pretty cool. Here's one that I've had for so long. I've had this since I was a little kid because I went to the Sellersburg flea market up in PA, and I picked this up for like nothing, like $1 at a table, and I took it back, and the owner of the flea market came over and said, "Never sell this. This is an antique. This is a really nice specimen of this colonial, I think it's Providence, made in USA, electrician's knife." These 3 blades are all stamped. Really nice wide blade. Here's like a screwdriver that actually locks, and it's got a really sharp part right here, and then you got the screwdriver up here. So I don't know, I just always liked this one. It's in like really good shape. I could wash it up a little bit, but this is a really cool knife. Beautiful. Alright, here's just a little Victorinox that is brand new. I just like it because it's brand new in the box. Got that for like $1. I actually have like 3 of those little guys, my keychains. Speaking of keychain, I've had this guy for years. Always use it because I always have my keys. I think this is the grasshopper or the honeybee. I know the smallest one's the bug. This is the medium-sized one. It's made in China, but cleverly they wrote China, upside down, so it doesn't look like a piece of crap right away. And it's really nice. Locks pretty sharp. Comes like razor sharp. That's the most useful thing on my keychains. Look at this little guy. Guy at a yard sale just gave this to me. Made in the USA. Pretty weird little knife. For toenail digging or something. Alright, here's an awesome knife. One of the jewels of my collection. Mauser, if you bought a Mauser rifle at one time, would give you this Mauser amazingly awesome Torinox heavy duty Swiss Army knife. It's got 3 different things on it. This is the cover for the saw, which I don't like to take because I don't want it to scrape up the sides, but this thing is brand new, never been used. I'm probably never going to get rid of this thing. Every blade is marked, brand new, really heavy. It's like it came along with a rifle, German Mauser. This is from a collection of a cousin that was just obsessed with German stuff. It's got all the paperwork in the bottom. That's a cool one. Here's one that I got at a yard sale for $1 again. Was completely covered in shite, and I cleaned that up, and it just looks like one of those toy Army men knives that I used to have when I was a kid, the rubber kind. This is the real version. I sharpened it all up. It's beautiful. This saw I sharpened up. It's so sharp. Yeah, really like this one. I got this for like nothing, so I'm probably just gonna hold on to it. When I got it, the handle was completely falling off, so I oiled it up, waxed it up, got some moisture in there. Looks really cool now. It was all shaggy. So this is an Ontario 186. Sheath's kind of falling apart. Cool metal back. And here's the first knife I ever got, I guess. This is an Imperial or Katanaga or whatever. Katanagus, I don't know. My grandfather gave me this just because I was looking at it in his closet, and one day he said, "You know what? Just take it." And I used it a lot. He's even got his name in there, Steve. And I put my name in there, John. So, at one point my dad tried to open a quahog with the middle of this, and he snapped a piece right out of the middle, so I rehoned the edge and I took it out. So it's a little slimmer than before, but it's nice now. This is the knife that probably started my collecting. Here's a pretty beat up World War II knife. It's been reshaped and resized, and I might sell this one. The RH36, the PAL. Not too bad, it's just cool to have. I got that for almost nothing too. Here's a beauty. I found this on the ground at a yard sale, and I got it for $3. This thing is a monster. Look at that chunk of horn, and look at how thick that blade is. It's a freaking monster. It's heavy. I still need to kind of clean it up. That's a Compass, Solingen, Germany. This thing is a huge knife. So that was a cool find. It was just on the ground. I asked this chick how much she wanted for it. I said I'd give her $3. She said, all right. So that's cool. This is one of the first nights I ever got at the flea market. I was shopping for knives, and I was about to buy this crappy knife, and this guy said, "You know what? If you're gonna buy a crappy knife, you might as well buy one that's not gonna, where the handle is not gonna break on you." So he suggested this diver's knife, and I've had it. Threw that at some stuff at one point. All right, getting to the end here. Here is one of the gems of my collection. This is a brand new old timer sharp finger. Still brand new in the plastic. Let's take a look at this. Still with the paperwork, sheath brand new. Still smells like strong leather. Never used, not a spot on it. Brand new sharp finger, the good one with the hard carbon steel. This thing is immaculate, brand new, must be pretty old. Super sharp. Never really gonna get rid of that. I like that a lot. I had a sharp finger with the carbon steel once. I got it for nothing at a flea market, and I ended up selling it, and then realized that they were a little rarer than I thought, and I saw a lot of the newer ones with the crappier steel, and so when I went to this collector's house and saw this, I picked this up for like 25 bucks, and it's really cool. So that's staying in the collection. Alright, here's a weird little knife. My dad got me this just because he thought it was funny. Just like an eagle. So that's cool. Alright, that's about it. I've got some, I collect scissors too. I've got some cool little made in USA and made in Germany scissors. This was in my cousin's fly tying kit. These are probably pretty old. Very sharp. These are some made in Germany vintage scissors. Germany. And these are some really cool, really precise made in USA scissors for like fly tying. So there it is. I know that was a long video. Maybe I'll break it up. I collect knives all the time. I've had tons of Spydercos, and I've just been selling and collecting, and these are the ones that are kind of in the permanent collection that are never really gonna go. So hope you guys enjoy that. Leave your feedback if you can.